This is page 283. And the purpose of this page is called Ready to Go On. We are getting ready for the Module 10 test. So this is the last two pages, this page and then 284, before you take the Module 10 test. All right, 10.1, Modeling and Writing Expressions. It says, write each phrase as an algebraic expression. It says p divided by 6. The best way to write this, by far, is to write p over 6. We don't want to use the division sign. We want to use a fraction. 65 less than j. Since 65 is less than j, that means j has to go first. So this is j minus 65. I know that might seem backwards because they give us the order. They give us the numbers, the number and the variable, backwards from what they want here. But it says that 65 is less than j, so it's j minus 65. The sum of 185 and h just means to add, and the order is just fine, 185 plus h. The product of 16 and g means 16 times g, and this is a good reminder that in pre-algebra we write multiplication with our variable, our coefficient and our variable, and no sign, so just 16g. We don't even want the dot, we definitely don't want the x. Alright, number 5 reads, let x represent the number of television episodes that are taped in a season. Write an expression for the number of episodes taped in 4 seasons. So in the course of a season, x television shows are taped, and then if there's 4 seasons, it's just going to be 4 times x. The answer to number 5 is 4x. Okay, good job. You're done with that section. 10.2. 10.2 reads, evaluating expressions. Evaluate each expression for the given value of the variable. So these are the ones where we go and we replace the variable with what the variable is. So for example, in 6, the problem is 8 times p. P is equal to 9. So we're going to take p out and we're going to replace it with 9. It's not 89, it's 8 times 9. 8 times 9 is 72. This, when we replace that p, and it's really kind of messy, it's going to be 8 times 9. 8 parentheses 9. Number 7, r is equal to 7. So we're going to take r out and we're going to replace it with 7. And 11 plus 7 is 18. Number 8, d is equal to 2. I need to take 2 out and replace, or take d out and replace it with 2. And I've got 2 things to do here. I've got to operate inside parentheses first. 2 plus 7 is 9. And then if I have 9 inside parentheses and 4 outside parentheses, what kind of math problem is that? That is multiplication. The answer is 36. 4 times 9 is 36. M is equal to 5. I'm going to take m out and replace it with 5. And 60 over 5. It looks like a fraction, but it's actually a division problem. It's 60 divided by 5. 60 divided by 5 is 12. Okay, number 10. To find the area of a triangle, you can use the expression base times height divided by 2, where b is the base of the triangle and h is its height. What is the area of a triangle with a base of 6 and a height of 8? So we can draw a picture of it. A base of 6 and a height of 8, and I'm going to draw that a little bit better. Base is 6, height is 8. Do you remember how to find the area of a triangle? You do base times height, and then you divide the whole thing by 2. So it would be 8 times 6 divided by 2. And I should just do 8 times 6 first, which is 48. And then 48 divided by 2 is 24. And then we're talking about, and it doesn't give us any units, so it's square units. 24 square units. Okay, cool. Let's move on to section 10.3. 10.3 says, I'm going to move it up a little bit and give myself a whiteboard. 10.3 says, draw lines to match the expressions in list A with their equivalent expressions in list B. There's different ways to do this. probably my favorite way, and I think that what we've done in the book here is we'll take x out and we'll replace it with a value, and it can be any value we choose. It could be 2 or 4 or something like that. So what I'm going to do is just choose one. I'm going to say x needs to be equal to 2. I'm going to take all the x's out on all these problems, and I'm going to replace them all with 2. So for example, 7 times 2, that one right there looks like this. 7 right next to 2 means 7 times 2. That's 14. And 14 plus 14 is 28. So the very first one right here has a value of 28. Now I don't know over here what has a value of 28. I'll figure it out. The second one, 7 plus 7 parentheses 2. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 7 is 21. And the third one, I've got 7 parentheses 2 minus 1. If you're forgetting where I'm getting the 2 from, if you're thinking that's supposed to be x, I decided that I'm going to make all my values be 2. All my x values be 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 right next to 7 means 1 times 7. 1 times 7 is 7. The value of this one is 7. So I've got value of 28, 21, and 7. Now I need to do the opposite side so I can match them up. In the first one I've got 7 parentheses 1 plus, and I've got to make this a 2. And 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Times 7 is equal to 21. The very first value has a value of 21. This is a matching activity, so I'm going to draw the line like this. Those two match. My next one, I've got 7x minus 2. 7x means 7 times 2 minus 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 minus 7 is equal to 7. The value of this one is 7. So these two match. Now I'm assuming the value of this last one is going to be 28 because of the way I did, because I got 28 on the previous side. It's going to be 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, and 4 times 7 is equal to 28. The value of this last one is 28, so it matches like this. It's kind of messy, but I did match them all up. Definitely, probably my favorite way to solve problems like that. Okay, we are going to skip the last problem because it's really kind of too open-ended for it to be a super effective question, so we're going to skip number 12, and which means you are now done with page 283. Good job. You can move on to page 284.